Welcome one and all to a brand new set of Mario Kart 8 courses. These courses just came out, and with them, we have 3 new characters. Petey Piranha comes back from Double Dash and he looks as good as ever. Next we have Wiggler coming back from Mario Kart Wii, and then we have Kamek, a brand new addition. The only game they've ever been playable in, I guess, is Mario Kart Tour, but this character goes as far back as Mario Kart 64 if you wanted to look that deep into it. But of course, I'll be playing Wiggler on the Wiggler Mobile for my first romp through these courses, so let's talk about them. Firstly, I'd like to say that such a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed to my channel, so if you'd like to contribute to my YouTube journey, feel free to click the button. Starting us off in these new courses is Athens Dash. I might sound like a broken record at this point, but honestly, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite tour tracks to date. Somehow, every expansion has given me that feeling with one or more of their tour courses, and I guess they've just been saving the best for last. This track is really fun to drive in 200cc, albeit a little tough with the tight turns and obstacles placed in your path. Overall though, with a little getting used to, I can see myself tearing this one up in record time, so I'm super into it. Our second stage in this cup is the Daisy Cruiser stage from Double Dash. I feel like this stage is so iconic to Double Dash's legacy, and to have it fully polished and brought back in all its glory to the latest edition of Mario Kart is a blessing. We have cute Goombas in the pool that you can now drive through, we have the drop down section of the boat that we all know and love, and with some ironing out, this stage could really drive smoothly in 200cc, I just know it. 10 out of 10 throwback track in my opinion. I loved this one. Next we've got Moonview Highway, and good lord, this is another banger of a choice. As far back as Shroom Ridge's comeback in older expansions to this game, my friends have been asking for this track back, as it really is the prime example of a highway stage. We have hills to drive over, booster paths that change their pattern every time you play the level, and they even brought back the bomb cars on the road. Funny enough, these cars only appear in the lane that drives against the flow of traffic, so you really gotta look out for these ones. This track is incredibly fun, and it's an easy goer for 200cc as well, which makes my job a hell of a lot easier. I may not be a huge fan of Mario Kart Wii, but this track making a comeback is well deserved. Our final track of the Feather Cup is the first one to be given a trailer by Nintendo, Squeaky Clean Sprint. This track is just as good as it looked when they showed it off in that direct, and honestly, a little better. You start out driving through a giant sink, making your way into a giant bathtub, through the drain pipes of said bathtub, out onto a soapy floor section, and eventually driving over bathroom shelves to make your way to the next lap. This track is super fun, and the aesthetic is abundant. Everywhere you look, there are fun things to see and discover, and I'm sure it'll make it into many players' favorite track of the update. Next we have the Cherry Cup, and our first track is Los Angeles Laps. This stage functions as all tour tracks do, with every lap being a different path, but this one actually feels more like a tri-section course than ones that make you drive through similar map sections with different paths. You never really make it back onto a piece of the course that you were on before, making every lap feel very different to one another, and I really like this a lot. It's a pretty tough one for 200cc, I will say, and I'm sure even ironing out the tough parts is just going to end up meaning a lot of brake usage. Regardless though, it looks really nice and it's fun to drive. Sunset Wilds is our GBA course of choice this time around, and once again, it's a fantastic revitalization of a really old, flat map. It looks nice, the music sounds like it came straight out of Fievel Goes West, and they've added slippery mud spots that seem to function a bit differently to the regular slow dirt sections that we've been used to for so long. It's like this slick mud is kinda slippery and only slows you down a little bit but makes it harder to drive on. I'd still go about avoiding it at all costs if you're looking to get a clean race, but I just thought this was neat. Koopa Cape is our second track coming from Mario Kart Wii this time, and for whatever reason, this is the track that always stuck with me the most out of that game. I'm really happy to see it make a comeback, and while it's a tricky 200cc drive, I don't think it'll be that hard with more experience. There are just a lot of tight turns and quite a few sections where the map gets pretty thin, so mastering it will most definitely feel rewarding. And now for our final course of this update, the stage that will be giving me a home field advantage, Vancouver Velocity. Finally, Canada has been thrown into the mix with this Mario Kart title, and I'm so happy about it. It's a simple, fun course that takes you through bridge paths, park paths, through a bunch of maple-looking trees, and even through a hockey arena. I'm already getting a pretty good grip on how this track is meant to be played in 200, and I can't wait to play it some more with my friends. It may be as simple as having a Canadian course put in the game, but we live for this kind of shit. We rep Canada hard, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a Mario Kart update that was well worth the wait. These courses are a lot better than many of the courses that were added before them, and I'm hoping the final 2 cups coming later this year are going to blow everything else out of the water. But what do you think? Are the final cups going to be super crazy or match the pace that everything else has had? Which characters do you think are going to fill the final character slots for this game? I think at the very least the Blue Shell Cup has got to have some of the toughest courses that have been put into the game so far. It is the last of the booster course pass after all. If you like the content everybody, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay updated with me and my channel, but as for now, My name is Myloe, and I'm out.